What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're just going to be reviewing one eyeshadow palette today, which is, of course, I'm so excited about this. The flipping Anastasia Riviera palette, which, I mean, this might be the sexiest palette Anastasia have ever come out with. Like, just judging by the colors, it's very sexy. It's making me feel some sort of way. I feel like this palette doesn't really need much of an introduction. I feel like the majority of you have already seen it on like Instagram, Twitter, wherever. But let's just experience this together. First of all, I didn't realize this, but the packaging is denim, which I think is pretty cool. Don't know how clean that's gonna stay, but like nothing I own ever stays in good condition, so that's fine. But yeah, it's like denim, and inside it's got this kind of metallic indigo like packaging. You've got obviously your mirror, you got your brush, but look at these colors. I love it. I'm so excited by it. Yeah, like I was saying, this probably, for me anyway, has to be like the most exciting palette that Anastasia have come out with. Like all the other color combinations that Anastasia have come out with, I'm always like, yes, that looks sick. Like the Modern Renaissance palette is like a classic to me. I don't have Soft Glam or the Norvina palette. Just kind of thought I would skip those. The Subculture palette I love as well. But this is on like a whole other level, because obviously you've got a few little neutrals. You've got your kind of like neutrals up here, your browns here, and then you've got like this massive just like burst of color right in the center. Metallics, shimmers, mattes. Oh, honestly, just looking at that just gets me so flipping excited. So just like pretty much all of Anastasia's palettes, there are 14 different shades. So you've got mattes on the bottom, shimmers on the top, then you also have a little extra like white matte on the top as well. So you've got 6 shimmers and then 8 mattes. I'm really good at maths. I don't know what my hand's doing up here. Hello. So you got 6 shimmers, you got 8 mattes, and as you can see, you've got a mixture of like neutrals and pops of color. The pinks, the blues, the purples, they're all making me feel some sort of way. So in today's video, just like all of my other eyeshadow palette reviews, I'm just going to be chucking this on my eyeballs, letting you guys know my first impressions, my first thoughts, letting you know how it blends, how pigmented the eyeshadows are, and we're just going to see if this guy is worth the hype and worth the money. So without further ado, let's get this on my face. I feel like I need to zoom you guys in a little bit. Hey, I'm coming. Yeah. Ollie, is this green tea? Ugh. Try to be healthy and I'm drinking green tea. I don't love it. Ugh. All right, so as you can see, I have already primed my lid. I just used my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Haven't set it down or anything. Gonna try this without setting it down today, because I have started to get used to like applying my eyeshadow without setting down my base. Finally, last person in the world to do this. So yeah, I'm not gonna set my lid down or anything. It's not like overly tacky. It does just have like a slight little tack to it. I don't really know what kind of look I'm gonna do, but let's face it, I never really do when I do these videos. I just know that I want to use like a lot of pops of color. So I think I'm probably going to end up using the pinks, the blue, the purple, and then like a few neutrals or something. So probably not going to be able to get through every single color today, but let me know if you want me to do like a, I don't know, like a 1 palette, 3 looks kind of video, because I can definitely do that. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm going to start. So I'm just going to get a brush and just plonk some stuff on my eyes. So first of all, I'm just taking a Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease. This guy is clean. It's just fully stained with like black eyeshadow. Let's just take this little guy off. Oh, hey. Okay, so how should we do this? What are you guys thinking? Like, send me some messages through the screen right now. What are you kind of feeling? I'm kind of feeling like maybe purple. Just gonna whack that right in my crease. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take the shade Can. Okay, I wonder if these are gonna be like the Subculture palette, where you literally just need to like tap the product once. There is a lot of kickback, but again, that was the same kind of deal with Subculture. I actually personally like Subculture. I just used like a very, very light hand with it and it worked fine for me, but it does look like it's gonna be a similar kind of situation. Like if I just tap that there, ready? And you can see it does have a lot of kickback, so just be warned. So I'm gonna just make sure my lids are all kind of blended out. No creases on, nothing. And I guess I'm just gonna tap that in here. Okay, that has a whole load of pigment. That purple is nice. And then just gonna kind of swirl my brush in my crease just a touch, just to kind of get in any of those little wrinkles that I have on my lid. Mate, that is intense. Like, yeah, okay, you get a lot of kickback on the eyeshadows, but that is a pretty banging purple. Like, that is bright. That looks pretty much exactly how it kind of looks in the pan, which is good. Sometimes I find you can have a purple that looks really nice in the pan, but then when you apply it, it's just kind of like, no. But yeah, this is good. This looks kind of exactly how I wanted it to look. Okay, now what? I want to use Bahamas, the bright pink, but I'm a little bit afraid. I'm going to leave the pink for a minute. I'm going to try and like incorporate it. Maybe I'll do it like on my inner corner. Maybe I'll do like one of those like neon inner corners. That might work. What was I saying? Going to leave the pink for a minute. I was thinking maybe I'll blend it like into my crease a little bit as well to kind of get a bit of like an ombre going on. But I think that'll look insane. So I'm going to go in with the shade Monte Carlo, which is this one here, kind of like a more muted pink. And I'm just taking a Luxe Soft Definer brush, again from Zoeva. Literally, I'm not swirling at all. I'm just tapping my brush in and then kind of tapping off the excess. And I'm going to just like basically put my brush halfway on what I've already done with the purple and halfway on like my bare skin. And just kind of just wiggle that side to side. Yeah, like that. Again, just taking a little bit and just keep on blending. And then just take that brush that I was using the purple with. I'm not putting any more product on the brush. I'm literally just kind of merging those two colours together. Might even take a little bit of that pink on that same brush to get a bit more of a blend going on. I'm going to do something on my brow bone. So I'm going to do like a fairly, not like a harsh line as such, but I'm not going to blend it as much as I normally would, like straight up to my brow. Because I am going to kind of take a colour onto my brow bone and kind of bring it down and blend it that way. Take it out a little touch more, but like not too much. Because I do want to kind of wing it out a bit, but not a crazy amount. So I'm just going to just do this for a minute. It takes ages and ages to kind of wing it out that way. But I find it does give the best kind of look. Because if you just full on go like plonk and just like swipe your brush like where you want your wing to be, it does just look a bit harsh. So if you kind of just lightly blend it, it's a pain in the ass. It's really annoying, but it does look best that way. And now I'm going to take a little bit more of that purple and just build that back up in my crease, just so we don't like lose the vibrancy of it. Okay, that's all blended out really, really easily so far. Obviously, it's taken a little bit of time because I am trying to kind of do it a little bit more light-handed. But the actual like colours themselves, they're applying fine. They're not skipping at all. They're blending into each other nicely. And they're not looking muddy either. Like sometimes I find when you try to blend certain purples, they can look a little bit muddy when they mix with other colours. Whereas this like just looks like it's blending into pink. Do you know what? I really want to just take a little bit of that Bahamas shade, that bright pink, and just put it slightly on the outer corner. Shall I just do it? I'm going to take that same brush that I was using and just tap in a couple of times. And I'm not going to take too much product. I'm just tapping off the excess on my hand. I just want to kind of just buff that in. I just want it to pop that a little bit more, just in the transition bit. Okay, yeah, that works. Thank you so much. I felt like that could have been like a make or break situation then. And then again, just do a little bit of this. Insert the whole 12 hours later.
One eternity later.
Nothing quite like a little bit of SpongeBob. Are you really a YouTuber if you haven't used the SpongeBob voiceover at least once in your videos? Nice. I like that a lot. I'm just going to intensify that purple ever so slightly. I like it. Now what should we do? I feel like we need to get some of the shimmers in the mix. I feel like I really need to do, is it Seychelles? I don't really know how to say it. This one? Yeah, we gotta do it. That looks good. Okay, before I do the blue, I'm going to take a little bit more of that purple actually. So a little bit more of Can. I'm just gonna bring that just onto me lids. Just onto my lids. Onto lids. Such a nice purple. You guys know I don't even like purple eyeshadows that much. But this is kind of making me change my mind a little bit. I'll be honest. And then just from there, I'm just going to slightly wing that out. That purple is bonkers. I think what I'm probably going to do is do like a little bit of a cut crease or something. So I'm just going to take this, just a Revolution brush. I'm going to take some of my concealer that I put over my lids. And I'm going to just do a little bit just there. Look up, look around. Okay, I feel like I need to add a little bit more product here. Oh my god, my eyes went just so weird then. Sometimes I find that obviously because my eyes aren't necessarily as smooth as they used to be, I like to just kind of blend like the concealer in just by patting it, just like that. And I find it kind of makes it a better blend when I put eyeshadow over the top. You can do obviously with a sponge as well. I just like to use my fingers, just like that. And then I'm going to take that blue shade on a Spectrum A13 brush. Make sure I tap off any excess. And where should I put this? You know what, I'm actually not going to do that yet. I'm going to take a little bit more of Can, just to make sure we're all good. We're all set. Just kind of like that. Now I'm going to take that blue and I'm going to pack that on the centre of my lid and kind of mesh that in with the purple. That's a nice blue. That's very nice. Good job, Anastasia. I want a slightly crisper brush. I just kind of like lay it over the purple as well. It'll kind of create a slightly more shimmery purple underneath. Oh man, that is so nice. What the hell? Okay, I'm just going to flip back to my brush that I was using for Can and just kind of tap that over the top. I'm going to kind of go in between the two just to get a little shimmery blend going on. I still want it to be matte on the outer corner, but I just want the purple and the shimmer to kind of merge together. Oh my god, the little colour combination that we've got going on here, like it's not fully blended yet, but like the purple going into the blue, that like in between shade is stunning. I might actually have to try that at some point. Just like put the purple all over my lid and then the blue on top. That could look so good. There's literally like 5 tiny pieces of fallout on my face. I'm just gonna dust that away with a little fan brush. Nothing, like it never happened. Oh mate, I love that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now what shall I take? Now I'm thinking I might take the matte white shade called Sails. And I'm just going to go straight in on my inner corner with this, you know. Just really lighten that up. And never, ever, ever, ever use any kind of white on my inner corner. Like whites normally scare me. But I don't know, I've just got a bit of a feeling. Ooh, I like that a lot. It's like the seaside. And then just kind of overlap those two. I like it. I like it a lot. And then just go back over with that blue again. Literally, like, not even putting any more on my brush. Not yet, anyway. Just to kind of bring that blue back a little bit. Because we like that blue. He's our friend. We don't want to lose him. And just kind of sharpen up that little line there. That is actually one of the best whites, I think, I've come across in a really long time. I normally don't like whites, like I was saying, because they just go like... They just don't look white normally. But this one does. This one, like, pops really nicely. It's not chalky. So far, I am a big fan. Big fan. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that so much. I feel like it might be too much if I do put that pink on the inner corner, though. I feel like that could be a bit much, so I might change that. Yeah, I'll take a little bit more of the Bahamas, which is that hot pink, just to kind of intensify it and make it pop a little bit more up here. Because I did really want to use a lot more of that colour, but I also feel like if I used it now in the inner corner, it would just look insane. I'm actually obsessed with this. And then just going to take any random old brush that doesn't really have anything on it and just kind of diffuse that. In fact, I'm actually going to take the one that comes in the palette because I usually like the Anastasia brushes. So yeah, just a completely clean brush and just really diffuse the edges of that there. Okay, that is very blown out, but I love it. Maybe I could put some of that pink on my lower lash line. Maybe I could do that. Yeah, I think what I might do is take the Monte Carlo shade, that more like muted pink, and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line, just here. Oh, that actually pops quite a lot on its own. Yeah, it's nice. And then I'll take same brush, a little tiny touch of Bahamas. Oh, it's so nice. It's so intense. And then just dust off my brush. Sweatpants. I try to not do the sweatpants, but screw it. I am who I am. And who I am is a mess. So I'm taking the purple shade and just running that on my lower lash line as well. Kind of linking it up to the top. And then dust off that brush again and just diffuse. I'm just taking that brush that I had a little bit of the Bahamas on as well. Just to kind of blend all of that in. Might even take a little bit of that white there and just kind of work that around. Nothing major, nothing like crazy, just to kind of lighten that on my brow bone a touch. I'm obsessed. Oh, a lip liner. I thought I lost that one. So now I think I'm going to take the shade Inheritance, which is this like gold shade here. Just taking it on a pencil brush. This is the Petite Eye Blender from Zoeva. And I think I'm just going to put this on my inner corner. Just do it. Just do it, Steph. It's fine. That was a good idea. Bring that slightly into my tear duct a bit. This is so nice, man. I did that. I love it. Oh my God, I actually love it. I am obsessed with this. Okay, now I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. I have my glow palette here. It's what I got on my cheeks right now. I did a little mixture of these three here. But I do just want to take a tiny little bit of what is on my face and just put a little touch of that on my brow bone. I'm obsessed with that. I am flat out just flipping obsessed with that. All right, guys, so obviously that took me a little while, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and recreate this on the other eye. Then we'll add some lashes, then we'll add some mascara, something to my lips, and I will check back with you for my final thoughts. All right, guys, so this is the finished look, and I've got to say, this is probably like one of my most favorite looks I've done in a while now. I'm actually kind of obsessed with it. Like, I was thinking to myself, these colors are not going to work, Steph, but I actually love how this looks, and I'm kind of pissed because I have nowhere to go. So realistically, after I take a few pictures for the gram, because you know I've got to do that, I'm just going to be taking this off. And that's it. So I think it's safe to say that I am absolutely obsessed with this palette. And I mean, I only got through like a few of the shades. I used 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. So normally I try to use as many as possible. But today I just thought, just roll with it. Like, just do whatever you think's gonna work, and oh, it worked. So yeah, definitely a massive fan of this. I think you guys are gonna be seeing me using this a lot more in the near future. I just think it's got a really nice mix of everything. That I could take this away with me and do some like crazy out there looks like this, but then also do a nice little brown smoky eye and keep it nice and simple. So I'm actually really, really excited by this palette. To be honest, I thought I was going to like this palette, just judging by the colors and obviously because I know like the Anastasia formula. But I actually think this is like one of my most favorite palettes they've ever done. Possibly one of my most favorite palettes that I've tried in a while. I'm like that into it. I'm really, really impressed with it. One kind of downside that maybe isn't a downside, but some people obviously in the past have said it's a downside, is that the formula does seem very, very similar to Subculture, which I personally like, and I know a lot of other people do like as well, but I know some people had issues, obviously, with the kickback in the pan. But literally, like, don't swirl your brush in this at all. You don't need to. I literally just tapped my brush in there a few times and got this kind of payoff. So just a little heads up, if you are thinking to yourself, you're just going to go straight in and just swirl your brush around there, you will get a lot of kickback, so you just need to tap it in. But I feel like as long as you know that, it's absolutely fine. I love it. So guys, as always, let me know what you think of this look in the comment section down below. And like I said earlier, if you do want me to do more looks with this palette, I am so down. So yeah, let me know if there's any like particular shades you want me to play around with. I feel like we need to do some sort of like really bright neon pink eye look in the future or something. So let me know if you want to see that. If you enjoyed this video and if you did find it helpful, please do give it a big thumbs up as always. And also subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time, as I'm sure you all know by now. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Ooh.